What's up, guys? I'm Super Nearly, and we're here with Michel,
Yep.
who won locals this afternoon. And yeah, tell us what you played, your matchups, and some choices of the deck you made while doing the deck profile.
So I played Virtual Worlds. Obviously, I think it's the best deck, and I like it in a way that it somehow combines the combo factor with good resource management and some grinding in it. I like that really a lot. I played against Invoke Dogma first round, then second round I played against Fossil deck, and then third round I played Mirror Match. And yeah, we're only playing three rounds as we are restricted to 8 people. So yeah, for the deck profile I'm playing 41 cards,
Yep.
starting off with the Virtual World monsters. I'm playing 3 3 Lulu and 3 Lao Lao.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty obvious they're the best one. Along with 3 Lily and 3 Gigi.
Yeah.
Like you want to open two of those, so I think it's pretty logic that you max out on all of them.
Yeah, it's straightforward, pretty much.
Yeah. Then I decided to play double Nyan Nyan and one Tutu. I saw people playing a lot around with those ratios. I could imagine playing one Nyan Nyan only, but I'm playing Desires. That's the only reason I still play two.
Oh, yeah.
And then one Tutu, I like her because she lets you be a little bit more flexible, because you can have two resources instead of just sending 2 times the Nyan Nyan. And yeah, I think that's basically it. Like, yeah, the 3 are just good normal summons and good to throw in Grave with the other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then for hand traps, I decided to play triple Ash Blossom,
Yeah.
triple Ghost Bell. I like Ghost Bell a lot at the moment, because I think that is behind Ash Blossom the most flexible one. Like, you can do so much with that random stuff, even like if the opponent tries to Strength's Prison you can block it with that, so you can somehow play it offensively. It's your 4, 5th and 6th Ash against Eldritch, because you can throw it on Sanguine, you can throw it on Servant. In the Mirror Match it's good, against Squadron it's good. Like, I think it's really flexible and it's never really bad in any matchups. That's why I like it a lot at the moment. Then followed by 3 Gamma and a Driver.
Yeah.
Because against bad people this just lets you in automatically, because they throw the hand trap on the first virtual world you try to.
Yeah, or on Kowloon Ash, for example, and you just gamma it.
Yeah. Well, like mostly here people don't know that they can Ash Kowloon, but still. And yeah, for going second, I think it's still against a really combo-ish deck. It's the most effective one.
Yeah.
Then for spells, obviously the best card in the deck. If you open this with 2 virtual worlds, because like normally if you play against bad people they ash just the first one you have, so you need 2. But basically if you have this and resolve one virtual world you win the game. Then triple Kringlong.
Yeah, obvious.
Yeah, no, not that obvious. I was thinking about playing 2, because like you never want to open it, you just want to throw it in the grave.
Yeah, you want to send it, of course, but it's good going second if the opponent has something like Vanity's Ruler, for example. But then they also have a Herald, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, and still, like, if they have something like Window of Vanity's Ruler, stuff like that, this one doesn't do anything. You need this with this one, because you need to banish. So this is somehow a brick. Still, as I'm playing Desires, I couldn't really see myself cutting the third one, so I'll stay on 3. But I think if I would play without Desires, 2 would be perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Then for the consistency cards, double Foolish Burial Goods.
Yeah, of course.
Just to throw this one in. Then the emergency teleport to have the one target on board and just as a free extender. Then I decided to play 2 of each pot.
Yeah. That's the weird thing about your deck, I find. That it's just not 3 of any pot, but just 2 of both.
The thing is, I told myself, and I'm gonna stick to it, even if in this deck it matters the least, I'm never gonna play 3 Desires. Never. I told myself, because like if I would play 3 Desires, I would just draw 2 Desires off of the first one I resolved.
Yeah.
So I decided to play 2, but I tried a lot with the deck. I had a lot of troubles with the deck to to get comfortable with it, as I bricked a lot at the start, so I wanted to have more consistency cards.
Yeah.
That's just why I decided to play this one at 2 and this one as 2. At 2 because I don't want to draw them at the same time, but still I want to max out somehow on consistency cards.
Yeah.
That's my reasoning. It's a little bit weird, yeah, but it never felt like they would conflict too much one with the other, so until now for me it works out fine with those.
Yeah, the main thing about prosperity is that you can still activate it after the start of main phase. That's what makes it a lot better than extravagance, and you can choose the cards you banish, of course. And excavating 6 cards and adding 1 is much better than drawing 2.
I think what I still like most about the card is using it going second, because it's like you're having 2 extra slots of just seeing a side deck card.
Yeah.
Because in the 6 cards, obviously,
you're gonna have at least one.
You're gonna have one side deck card.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because I still had I already had games like the opponent threw summon limit at me. I was like, okay, fine, resolve this, knowing for which side deck card I have to dig, go for Twinterest, and then still do full combo.
Yeah, that's very great about this.
Yeah. That's it for spells. Then for traps, I decided to play 2-1. I think 2 is enough. Like first turn, you need to be you're happy if you can have 1 to throw in the grave and 1 on the board. So 2 is enough.
Yeah.
And afterwards, of course, you can recycle with 2J itself, with Nyanya and stuff like that. And yeah, this one, same thing, you only need 1. You only need to trash this in the grave, and then afterwards you can recycle it and reuse it again.
And it also doesn't matter if you banish the new trap, if with desires, for example. That's not a problem.
It's not a problem. Like I had one game today where it mattered, but that was just because basically I had nothing in hand.
Oh yeah, I
If
see.
I would have had a normal hand, it wouldn't have mattered.
I mean, if you have nothing, then activating desires is the best thing you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it for the main deck. As I said, 41 cards.
Yeah.
Then for the extra deck, I think pretty obvious: Charge Warrior, Coral Dragon.
Yeah.
Those are pretty basic. I still like to play both of them because I saw also decks decide on either or the other. But this is a little bit better going second. This is a little bit better going first, and they are like the always good to go if you're not sure if you're able to combo it.
Yeah.
Then one Juju, this is the best card going second. I like it so much. Every time I go second, I go into this card. Then the Croco, if you go first to draw a card. Chen, same thing.
Obvious.
Then double Cloud Castle because it just, it's
just more VFDs.
Yeah, it lets you play easily to Nibiru, and also it lets you grind more as you can revive Vermilion over and over again. And
of course,
stuff. Then the one
Vermilion,
of course. Either going first, you can go into play where you can pop your own Vermilion to either Lau Lau or Lulu back, and then afterwards with Gigi the other one. So you have the 2 best virtual words back in hand. Yeah, or going second just to pop things. And even though first I go often into it, and then afterwards revive with Cloud Castle, just for after I resolve my VFD that turn, normally the opponent tries to set a 1-2, then just afterwards I can revive it with Cloud Castle and pop.
Oh yeah.
Then for the Exceeds, 1 Break Sword and 1 Boozle. 1 rank 3 for going second, 1 rank 3 for going first. And I like this a lot because you can pop your own cards. You can pop Kring Long, this trap, stuff like that. So it's really versatile in this deck.
Yeah.
Then 1 M7. It's again it can be for resource management, it can be offensive.
Yeah, it's a good card in general.
Yeah. Then 1 Utopia Beyond. The main reason I play this is just to out Dragoon.
Yeah, it just makes it to 0 and then you can attack over it.
Then the best card till Monday.
Well, till Monday, yeah.
And then 1 Zeus, just because I think in every deck where you can play an Exceed and attack with it.
Yeah, with Beyond, you destroy their Dragoon and they have no grind game basically.
But also Break Sword, like if you hand trap them to death and they try to hand trap you back, you're just going to Break Sword, throw this on it, and they use 2 to 3 hand traps, they have barely no hand, and if they would be able to do something, you just lose them.
Yeah, exactly.
Then for side deck, Nibiru.
Okay.
This is for Mirror Match and Dragon Link. I couldn't find a third slot, otherwise I would have played it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And Triple Lancea. I thought at the beginning this would be for Mirror Match and Invoke matchups, but I couldn't see myself a lot signing it in against in both matchups, because I still have a lot against them in main deck, and I have lots of other stuff against them in side decks. So it felt like the worst choice out of those.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Triple draw.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry. It can be good against Dragon Link. Yeah, Dogma Invoked. I think this is much more impactful than this one, because if you have this one, normally they can still play Dogma. If you have this one, they can play.
Yeah, they can play any of the engines, and it's also good against Droidtron. We didn't have any today, but still, just in case.
Yeah, that was my next point. It's good against Droidtron, obviously, and I had one more. I think in hedge. I don't know, but yeah, like the only factor that against Droidtron is somehow an overwin button.
And my Infinity deck, of course.
Should never forget about that one. Then because I borrowed to a friend, I don't have it here right now, but I also played the double TTT. Mainly like if I go first, I could see myself siding it in against specific roguish matchups, just going second for baiting negate, stuff like that, but basically it's just for going first to have some more consistency in the deck.
Oh yeah.
And triple Twin Twister,
of course.
Spectre deck. Puppy Splatter Duster and Reboot, same thing. Like you always have 5 cards to side against Spectre deck, and 2 of them are basically auto-win. And with this deck Twister normally 2 green, plus you have enough resources to bait 1 to 2 things, Twin Twister the other things, and then you just run over them.
Yeah, that's obvious.
And yeah, basically that's it.
Okay. Thank you for the deck profile, and congrats for winning again.
I just want also shoutouts.
Shoutouts, of course, yeah.
Shoutouts to Tom behind the camera, of course.
Thank you.
Having me. Shoutouts to my sponsor, Games Tower, who's our local store too. And they are on Card Market too, you can check them out there.
Yep.
Then shoutouts to my friends coming here, shoutouts to my girlfriend for coming here today. And shoutouts to Herzi, of course.
Yeah, can't forget Herzi.
I think that's it, yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot for the deck profile, congrats for winning again.
Thank you.
And I will see you guys next time.
Yeah.